Hello my lovely Flosstube friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Tan, the monogamous cross stitcher. First of all, want to say thank you so much for all the subscribers. I put out a giveaway on my last Flosstube 11, and I was just at 500, and I've shot up now to 693, I think it was when I last looked. So thank you all so much for commenting, liking, for coming back. And I also want to say a big thank you to my Uncle Jeff, who I found out has been watching my channel. So thank you very much for watching, Jeff, much appreciated. After speaking to my auntie when she told me that my Uncle Jeff has been watching me, they didn't realise that subscribing was free, and I says, oh yes, I says subscribing is free, so do feel free to subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. It's great to see everyone here, and it was lovely having all the comments as well, so please comment. It's great to read them, and I love replying to them. So thank you all again so much for subscribing and commenting, and I will announce the giveaway prize a bit later in the video. I do have quite a bit to talk about. I'm going to try and keep the video as short as possible, if I can. But I have been fairly busy bee in April. I was actually due to come back here 2 weeks ago, but that just did not happen. Turned out I ended up getting a job without expecting it, and then when I got home I was so burnt out and tired and just blah. I just needed that few days to just completely just be on my own and recharge, but I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm back to near 100% battery, so I have decided I need to get this video out, and I need to announce these winners and show you all the things. So I have 5 finishes to show you today. Let me have a look. So one was a start and a finish. Yes, one was a start and a finish that I started at the retreat. Another was a start and a finish that I started at my second retreat. One was a whip. Another one was a whip, and actually, hold on, is that right? Yeah, and the 5th one was a round robin that I've been doing with my friends Rachel, Jess and Rosie. So I have asked permission from Jess, and she says I can show that, so I will show that today. So we'll start with the whips first. So this was a Valentine's present, if you remember back on Valentine's Day, and I just wanted a really little start, to be honest. So this was a whip last time you saw it. So this was Autumn Pillow. I don't think there's much of a glare there, and these are the details. So this was Autumn Pillow by Flossabilities, and this is not, it's fully finished at the moment, but this is not how I'm going to fully finish it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit more flush to the edge. I'm going to get rid of the glass. I'm going to decorate the backboard with some sort of fabric, and then I am going to stick these in on magnets seasonally. So that does mean I am going to be getting the spring and winter as well, and Lauren has just released summer, so I've already got my threads picked and sorted for my spring and winter, so I just need to get the summer sorted. Now Lauren is having a sale at the moment, so It is, I think, until tonight, which is the date today is the 8th. So if you want any of Lauren's gorgeous patterns, then you need to get to Etsy ASAP before the sale ends. But even without the sale, they are beautiful patterns and really reasonably priced. So that is my autumn pillow. So I love that. Give you a closer look. Hopefully there's no glare. My favourite, I must admit, my favourite is the squirrel. Thought I'd love the cat more, but I absolutely love the squirrel. I love everything about this one. I just love autumn. It's my absolute favourite. And I did use the cord 4 threads that Lauren did hers on, but I did change to a scrap fabric I had in my stash. So that's my first finish, and I'm absolutely chuffed to pieces with that. I love that to pieces. So the next one, which was a whip. Now I finished this at the Floss Friends retreat at the beginning of April. I ran out of thread. I had 370 stitches left to do, and I really didn't want to finish it at the retreat because at the retreat they normally ring a bell, and I was absolutely petrified about ringing this bell. I ended up, Sophie the Stitchy Ferret gave me some scrap thread she had left over, so I managed to do that, but then I was still, I think, 128 stitches short. So then I decided I would wait till the retreat actually started and then finished it off. So I stitched it nearly all of it, nearly finished it, and noticed I'd gone wrong. So I had to frog it all out and then stitch it all again. I think it was the pressure of finishing, the chatter in the room, and everything was just adding to the immense amount of pressure to get it finished. But I finally got it finished and I absolutely love it, and it is huge. So this is Modern Folk Embroidery, No Time Like the Present. It is actually a sale for this year, so I'm gonna have to try and, there we go. So that's it all finished. I absolutely love this. Now, it was such a joy to stitch. I started this December last year and I finished it the beginning of April. It was a focus piece for a while, but then obviously I did some other projects in between, so it became not a focus piece for a while. But when I was getting nearer the end, I just cracked on with it. So these are all the details here. And I'll come a bit closer so you can see some of the details. I love the clock, but I absolutely love the squirrel, the squirrels and the stag. Just love it. So that's my big finish. I am actually going to make this into a working clock. I have told a few people that's what I'm going to do, so I'm going to make that into a working clock at some point. Don't actually have any wall space, unfortunately, to do it and hang it on the wall right now, so that's what I plan to do in the near future. So that is that. Absolutely love that. I really love stitching on that. Right, so my next piece is Disturbed Women. I started this at the Floss Friends retreat with Rachel, and well, we all know how fast I stitch, and we all know that I can't have more than one whip on the go because it really stresses me out. So I just went to town and I got this done. Now, I can't say that I enjoyed doing this because I can't abide lettering, but I stuck with it and I got it done, and I'm very happy with it. So this is my finish. I got all the details I will put up just here. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I asked Megan for a dirty looking fabric, and this was the fabric she got for me, so I was very happy with it. I used obviously the sulky and the dinky dye threads, and it wasn't until I nearly finished it and I was showing my partner and he says, "Oh, that's the American Horror Story font," and I was like, "Oh yeah, it is." So there's a close-up, but I absolutely love that. I'm happy it's done. I'm glad I don't have to stitch it again because I really do not like font. So I plan to finish this as a flat fold. Sherry from Just So Sherry has put hers on her craft room door, and I really love that idea. So what I might do is I might actually finish it as a flat fold and then put it on my craft room door when I have my craft room. So that is the plan for that. Right, so I went to a second retreat the weekend after Floss Friends, which was Ladybird in Crewe, and me and my friend Rosie had a new start there. Now, you all know that I'm doing a round robin, and the piece that I chose was Quacksworth, and we're all stitching on that one. Well, I decided that I wanted to do Quacksworth, so me and Rosie decided to do it together. Now, I decided I wanted to use the exact same colours as I had on Quacksworth, so that's what I've done. So I started this second weekend in April, I think it was, and I finished it in April as well. So this is Quacksworth, I will get it right, and I absolutely love this one. So these are all the details here. So originally Jess chose the red Classic Colour Works, Rachel chose the grey and green, and Rosie chose the purpley colour here. Is that right? Yeah. And then I chose the twilight colour, and I decided to do the duck different colour so it stands out. There's a bit of a close-up, and I absolutely love this. Look how cute is that duck. Weirdly enough, I thought that was going to be my favourite part of the pattern, but it didn't end up being my favourite part. It ended up being quite a chore, but I love it, absolutely love it. So that's 2 retreat starts and finishes, which Rosie I think is still stitching there as well at the moment. So I love stitching with people, but I just can't seem to stitch slow. I just need to, because the stresses me out having so many whips. I just need to get them done, unfortunately, but it is what it is. That's just me. So this is the round robin finish. This is Jess's piece, and this is all done. So Jess did the cream, Rachel did the purpley bit, Rosie did the red, and I did the purple and blue variegated. So I'll come a bit closer. I loved stitching on this one, and this thread is absolutely gorgeous. I've been trying to find it since we picked it up at Create Nostalgia, but I have absolutely, you can't find it online. But it is beautiful, and there was loads left. So the details for this one are just here, but I really enjoyed this one. What I haven't said is some of these that were whips before, obviously how they looked like before I got them, or my last Flosstube, and this is how they look now. So yeah, so it's not technically a full finish, but when it came to me this was empty, so it is technically a start and a finish for me. So yeah, that's all of my finishes. Can't beat a month of finishing, really. I mean, I've finished so much since my last Flosstube. Absolutely chuffed to pieces. So that will be going back to Jess. I will be seeing Jess a week on Sunday, so I will be giving that back to her, and she will frame that, and I think she's going to frame it and pop it in her living room. So that will look amazing. And she also made this lovely bag, unfortunately not for sale, although it is amazing and I think she should sell them, but there we go. So those are all my finishes. Yeah, I've done pretty well. What's next? Right, whips. So technically I only have one whip at the moment. I haven't touched my temperature cell since the 18th of March. I'm just not, after asking you all in the last video, should I do the back stitch before I move on? And I know common sense tells me I should, but I just can't bring myself to do it. And I promised myself I wasn't going to fall behind, and now I'm over a month behind, and at the moment I just don't want to. It's not bringing me any sort of joy, so I'm just not doing it. So that whip is sort of like, it's moved on to the inactive pile at the moment, very much so. Right, so whips. So my rainbow Quaker, which I have moved around since you last saw it. So the last time you saw it, it looked like this. Then I moved my nudge frame, but before I did, it looked like this. And now it looks like this. So as you can see, I've moved right across. I won't be far off a nudge frame again soon. I've only got that motif of green to do there, and then I'll be moving on to the yellow. I tend to like to fill the nudge and then move it and then carry on. So those were all the details for the Quaker. I'm loving this. I am loving it. It does take a bit of brain power because there's obviously a lot of negative space. So some of the motifs do require a lot of counting. So like that one there, and I think there was another one somewhere, probably that one. But the ones that are mainly block, like that one up there, were a lot easier to do. But I love that. Love that. So yes, I am absolutely loving that, and that is my focus piece at the moment. So I am getting lots of stitches into that one at the moment. I am around, I think, I'm quite high percentage on that. I haven't actually wrote it down, but I can have a very quick look. So the percentages on that one is 41.24%, and I've done 10,387 stitches. That can't be right. No, it must be right. Yeah, it must be right. Yeah, 10,387 stitches. So I do hope to get this finished by the end of May. With it being my focus piece, it'll be easily done. But yeah, that's basically my rainbow Quaker, and I'm loving that. And I am running a sale on this at the moment with Amy from Sewmake and Create, and it's called Stitch the Rainbow Sale. So I'll pop the details just here. If you are stitching the rainbow Quaker, or if you are stitching anything rainbow, then do feel free to join us and tag the sale, and we'll look forward to seeing it. There is quite a few ladies joining us with the sale at the moment. There's ladies doing the Witchy Stitchy tarot cards. Danielle is doing a fractal piece. So anything rainbow, join us. We'd love to have you join us because we love the rainbow. So that's one whip. Now, I did have a sneaky start. I was going to keep this to myself because I always have people say, oh, I thought you were meant to be monogamous and you've got more than one whip. And it's honestly, I can only work on one at a time until it's finished. So that's the monogamous part in me. But I've been itching to start this since it was released. So I'm not very patriotic, so I didn't want to do the Union Jack or the England flag. But I got in touch with Vivsters, and she has done my county flag, which is the Black Country flag, and she also has done the Herefordshire flag as well. So I'm going to do the Black Country flag for me and the Herefordshire flag for my partner, and then I'm going to frame them together because he's very proud to be Herefordian and I'm very proud to be Black Country. So I brought the pattern. Jess kindly helped me get it into Pattern Keeper, bless her, because for some reason it just does not like to work for me. And I started not yesterday, the day before. I just wanted to have a play because I'm doing this on a 32 count 1/1 because I want it to be as small as possible, because otherwise it's going to be huge like my rainbow flag and I don't want it that big. So I started 1/1 on 32 count to see if I liked it, and by God it's small, but I'm enjoying it. Actually, I'm really enjoying it. I have swapped the 762 that it calls for 415 because it's a white fabric. I need the white to show up more, so I've gone for a lighter grey. So that is my very, very small start. I started in the middle just because trying to figure out a corner start when it's that sort of pattern is flipping difficult. So I started in the middle and that's my start. I'm over 1% done already, and that's only the first square of motif of 86, so 85 to go. But I just wanted to get a start, so I'm going to focus on my rainbow Quaker, and then once I finish my rainbow Quaker, I'll probably make this my main focus until June, where I have some plans for June. So yeah, and there's the details for the flag. I'm enjoying this actually. You do need a very good light to stitch the 1/1, and it confuses the brain when you go from 2/2 to 1/1, I must admit, but I am enjoying it. So yeah, that is that. I just wish the black country flag had a bit more exciting colours, because black, red and white is a bit boring, and then the Herefordshire flag is red, blue and white, so yeah, just as boring, but they'll look good when they're done. I'm very impressed with that, so that's cool. So those are my whips. Actually, I did bring one of my inactive whips out the other day. I probably won't show this very often in future videos, because I'll only really stitch on it when I miss full coverage. But this is one of my inactive whips. I did show you pictures of it right at the beginning of my Flosstubes. I was just really missing full coverage really, so I dragged this out and I've been doing some of my full coverage. So this is Lisa Parker, A Brush with Magic. I've actually completed 4 pages, and I started doing a little bit of this at the top here. That's 300 stitches worth. It just fed my need for full coverage. So I wouldn't say it's coming back into my active whip pile, but it's there if ever I miss full coverage and need to do a little bit. So yeah, isn't it cute? The only reason that really went inactive was because of the dark colours. I got a bit bored of the dark colours and I just needed a break, and that's the moment when I started discovering all these stitching where you don't need backstitch. So I was like, oh, all these new patterns I can look at and there's no backstitch, it's great. So that was basically that. So that's all my whips, my finishes. I do have a little bit of haul from the retreat, mostly fabric, which is what I wanted and needed. Unfortunately, I haven't brought any bags. I tend to use the size 4 Nurge, and I need a big bag, so I use 1 bag at the moment for all my whips. So it's mainly fabric, so I will show you that just now. So what did I get? Just take these out the packets. Right, so Linda from the Historical Sampler Guild was there. She was selling patterns. I'm not really into samplers, so I didn't buy any patterns, but I did get some nice fabric. So I wanted to obviously have a play with 32 count, so I think this is 32 count. So I just got a plain white 32 count from Linda. I think this is a fat quarter, because my plan was to do the Quaker flags on this one, but then I found I had some Belfast, so I decided to do it on that instead. So that was from Linda. She also was selling this beautiful marbled fabric. There was only so much left, and there was another lady in the queue that wanted some as well. So me being the lovely person that I am, she cut it in half and we had half each. So I'm not actually sure how much is here. I think it's a half. And just how beautiful is that? I don't know if you can see. It's like a mottled grey. Apparently this is it printed? Yeah, it's printed on one side and plain on the other. Apparently it's been discontinued, so I can't like it too much because I won't be able to get any more. But this is 28 count, I think. So yeah, I love that. Beautiful. Beautiful. The next fabric I got was from Coffee Crafts Fabric. So this is like very pale blue, white mottled. Now, I don't know why, but I really had the urge to try a 40 count. I don't know. Don't ask me. I have no idea. I get these urges, and if I don't do it, then it keeps playing around in my head until I do it. So I've got some 40 count fabric from Megan at Coffee Craft. It is very, very pale, so that's picking up about right. Beautiful. No idea what I'm going to stitch on that, but I've got some 40 count, so I will see. I will see. And that's that. And the last bit of fabric, this was D-Stash from Leanne. She had brought this, I think, for a Mirabilia, and she decided that she didn't want to do it anymore. I can't remember what her reasoning was for getting rid of it. But this is 28 count even weave from Megan at Coffee Crafts. It's like a sandy colour. It's lovely. It's really pretty. So I could use that on anything that needs an antique coloured fabric. I might even change my mind and use that for my plans in my new start next month. So it's a massive piece of fabric. It's 31 by 44, so it is absolutely huge. So I could get a lot of pieces out of that. My downfall at the moment is fabric, because I don't have a very big stash of fabric anyway, so I do like to try and get some for some on the D-Stash table, or if there's anyone there selling fabric. There was someone selling fabric at Ladybird Retreat, but because I'd already brought so much fabric the weekend before, I didn't actually want to buy any more, but I have her details, so I could easily get more if I want to. Yeah, it's really bright, so sorry if I'm squinting. It's really, really bright. So that was basically all my haul. I didn't actually buy a lot. I was very good, actually. I didn't win on any of the raffles. I didn't get a raffle ticket for the first retreat, Floss Friends, and for the second retreat I never won. But there was a pass the parcel at Ladybird, and I did win some chocolate, and I got that little needle minder there. So I did win something. I think that's everything in terms of haul and things. Right then, giveaways. So if you watched my last video, I announced that I was going to be doing a giveaway. For anyone in the UK, I was giving away this beautiful bag from Sophie, Turtle Bay Stitches, which is gorgeous. Very tempted to keep it myself, but I haven't. It's got a bit of floof on it, but I'll make sure to roll that off with a lint roller before I send it away. So that was for this lovely bag. So the winner of that bag is Sally Golding 7008. So if you could get in touch with me, Sally, and let me know your address, I will get that posted out to you as soon as possible. And I hope you love it as much as me, because it is a gorgeous bag. So congratulations, Sally, for winning that bag. And for the winner of the Etsy voucher, it's Ms. Beach Girl. So if you could get in touch with me on Instagram or via my email to give me your address, I will get that sorted for you. Email address, yes, so I can send the voucher to you. We'll get that sorted. So thank you very much for everyone that entered the giveaway, and I hope to do another giveaway soon. Maybe if I reach 700 subscribers. We shall see how we go. So yes, thank you for everyone that joined in. It's much appreciated, and I hope you like your goodies, girls. And do be sure to let me know what you buy with your Etsy voucher. I'd love to know. I'd love to know. So I think that's basically everything cross-stitch related. I'll tell you a little bit about the retreats now. So I went to Floss Friends retreat at the beginning of April. Met up with the lovely girls, my lovely friends, Rachel, Shelley, Sherry, Sophie. Is that everyone? And then there was other girls there who I'd seen the year before. So there was Jess and Ryan from Cross Stitching Smiles. There was Sarah from Cross Stitch Sarah. Loads of people. Loads of people. It was good to see everyone again. I was saying to my friends, I said, it's really weird going to a retreat when you actually know people, because it's a totally different experience. So when you go and you don't know people, you want to get to know all the people. And then when you go and you know the people, you do actually sit and do some stitching because you've already seen them. Oh, I forgot to mention, I saw the lovely Kayla and Lauren as well, and they did actually render me speechless, which is quite impossible sometimes. So yeah, so I look forward to seeing them again. I look forward to seeing all of you again next year for the next Floss Friends. Fortunately, I won't be there in November. It is my special birthday, and it is mine and my partner's 10th anniversary. So we are planning on going somewhere nice in November. So unfortunately, I won't be there, but I will be there in, I think it's May next year. Yeah, May. Or was it April? Spring, anyway. So yes, that's the plan for that. But anyway, so I had a lovely time at the retreat, seeing old friends, making new friends. I met some lovely ladies who it was their first retreat, so that was really nice. Oh, actually, I remember I did have a lovely gift off Lee. We ended up being the last table standing on Sunday night. They were staying Sunday night as well, and I was staying Sunday night, so we sort of all joined a table, stitched until we couldn't stitch anymore, and then retired to bed. So the lovely Lee made me this beautiful needle book and gave it to me, so I love that. So I've just got my snag rabbit and my other bits of needles in there. I love that. That sits nicely in my multi-pocket from the Canny Little Fox. So, oh, I found something else that I brought at the retreat and I completely forgot about. I'll get them out to show you just now. So yes, it was great meeting new people. We had a lovely time. The food was good as always. I enjoyed the food. Great company, lots of stitching. I'll just show you the other thing I brought. So I brought these beautiful floss drops from Jess Gets Stitching. Now you can't read, I mean I have got like numbers on them, but they're like blue sparkly floss drops. How gorgeous are those? As soon as I saw them I was like, oh, those are mine. I need to get to that shop as soon as it opens and I need to claim those for myself. So I literally ran to the shop and brought them straight away. So yes, I love them. What else did I think that's everything. I completely forgot about those because they were in my multi-pocket, so I completely forgot about those. So I'll insert some pictures here of the lovely ladies. So this was our table. Didn't manage to get a full picture of the table, but me and the girls reunited again and then saying goodbye as we all departed. It was great. It was great. And then the second retreat I went to was Ladybird the weekend after. Now I love a retreat as much as the next person, but I do not recommend doing two retreats in a row because my god, the burnout was real. Quite a lot of people were suffering retreat blues. I had no blues because I was overwhelmed with people, and so I never had any blues. I was just glad to be at home on my own. So, but I loved it. So definitely not a retreat one after the other again for me, but I did love it. So at that retreat there we managed to get a lot of the naughty table back together actually. So there was Beth, Jess, Rosie, Joe and Emma. So that was lovely, and we had the addition of the lovely Lisa, cross stitch midwife, and it was great. We had a great time, chatted, laughed, lots of good food again. So here's a picture of us. I think that was just before we had our dinner, and then a picture of our table. So it was great, really was great. I think that's all I have to say about the retreats actually. I really had a great time. Ladybird and Floss Friends are two of my favourite retreats, so I do like to go back each year. So yeah, fabulous. Now plans. My plans for next month. I do have a new start with my friend Tarina because she's celebrating a big birthday in June and I am celebrating my big birthday in October. I have actually mentioned this before, so we are going to be starting a piece that we can start at the 1st of June and finish by the 31st of October. So I am doing the Old Forest embroidery autumn colour autumn, which is this one, and I will start that on the 1st of June. I don't have any other new plans as of yet. I do want to do my July Quaker before July hits, so I might start this month, I might start it next month, I'm not sure yet, but I think that's all the plans I have. I'm not taking part in Mania because that would be very stressful for me, so I'm just basically cheering everyone else from afar and seeing all them lot go crazy, but I'm not going crazy. I'm just sticking to one project with the odd stitching on my other two, so that's as crazy as it can get for me, and people probably think that is crazy stitching on one project at a time, but there you go. So that's what I'm doing. Any life updates? I went to a job last week in Slough. Never been to the lady before, didn't know what to expect. It was hard. I was very, very much overwhelmed. Yeah, I've realised my limits as a carer have changed in 13 years, and there's specific care now I just can't do anymore. It just takes a toll mentally. So more companion type work is better for me, where I can actually have conversations with the person, but then they require that time alone, so that works perfect for me. Maybe a little bit of physical, but not too much, because my body is broken, people. Honestly, care is damaging. But yes, so that was hard work, so I won't be going back there again. It was an experience, let me tell you. So that's all I'll say on that. But yes, I think that's everything I've got to tell you for today. I don't think there's anything else. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I do love reading the comments, so I'll be sure to comment. Let me know what you're working on. You might enable me, you never know. Yeah, thank you for coming back if you're a subscriber and you've come back, and thank you to all the new subscribers. I hope you all have a lovely week, and I will hopefully see you again in 2 weeks, but if not, then it might be a month. So if I don't see you in 2 weeks, I will see you at the end of May. So you all take care, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, thank you. Bye.